Are we live? Hey guys, where's Trent? There he is.
Did it work? Okay. I got kicked out right as it went live.
And I was like, oh, I'm here by myself.
um, hey, just a heads up. The manager is on the screen on YouTube.
Okay.
This is funny.
Sorry guys, this is our first time doing that, so we might be a little awkward. But thank you guys for being here with us. Should we
Yeah,
talk?
I can see the chat here.
Okay, someone said hello. Oh, you're beautiful. I love you.
This is so funny. I love this.
Okay, so should we talk about the song, like how we made the song?
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, for people can't wait for the new albums. Well, my album, so Trent and I worked on my album together. He produced the album, and it's coming out this October. Okay, someone said, who wrote the bass line for the new song?
Yeah, I'm the bass player.
Yeah, all the that you guys heard are from Trent / Kainalu. Should I call you Kainalu since we're live?
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to call you MUNYA?
Hotel Del Mano stays on my rotation always. Hotel Del Mano, yeah. I love that song too. One of the first song I wrote.
When did you write that?
Like nervous, like.
Yeah, it's funny. We wrote this this is actually the last song we wrote for your record. And we wrote it in probably 3 days, something like that. It was kind of like a mad dash at the end. Actually, the 2 singles were in the last week of recording, right?
Yeah, like we knew we wanted to write a song together, but we just didn't want to force it. And wait, hold on. I'll just put my headphones. Sorry, guys. Just realized I don't have my headphones here. Okay, I think that's better. Microphone is probably better here.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, we wrote this song like very quickly in like 3 days, not knowing really like what it was gonna be. We're still like, wait, what is this song?
Yeah, it was really like the last 2 days when it was kind of like 2 ideas that were stitched together. And on the album we're playing a lot with like drum machines, and you know, I feel like a lot of your music and your vibe is very disco oriented, 70s disco style. So we have to add that in, but then on the album we play a lot with like more obscure beats and drum machine samples. So this song definitely was the most, I feel like this was the most out there we went. What do you think?
Yeah, I feel like in this song, like we really pushed ourselves, and we really like when we thought like we went like outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah.
And using like all sorts of like weird noises and I feel like that's like by the end of the album, like like we kind of like we started like I don't know if it's because it was like the end of it and we were just like exhausted, but we started kind of like getting like crazy and like like use like
Yeah.
noises and be like, yeah, this is like, let's use that. Like, remember, like just like when you like
Yeah,
for example,
totally.
like when in that song, like you're like the sound that
Just
you guys are hearing at the beginning, like the scream is Trent, is Kainalu, sorry, screaming in his microphone. Okay, someone said, question: how is the overall songwriting process go? How much does Munya write before handing it over to the producers? Not just for this recent song, but for any song. So basically, like, I write like a. So when Kainalu and I started working together, so I reached out. He knew that I wanted to work with him for this album, and I shared a SoundCloud link with like I don't know 20 songs, 20 demos I had, and I basically asked him like what inspires you, like what songs do you like in that playlist, and it was they were like demos. I should probably like share a few of those songs with you guys because it sounds like it's like the song, like for example, like Un deux trois, the song I released a month ago was like totally different, but like the structure, it's like there's a skeleton, and then like I give it to Kainalu, and then we start adding like the chunk, like the
the chunk.
layers and the meat around the skeleton. That's how it works. Uh,
Yeah. It's really interesting too because we work remotely. Um, we don't work in the same studio, so it's a lot of like we're able to stream our sound to each other. So you'll give me like the skeleton, and all of the like the pieces are there, and then we'll start filling in like okay, you usually send like a synth bass or something that you've worked out what roots you're hearing and stuff, and we'll put real drums in and all that stuff. But it's a lot of like trading the project file back and forth.
yeah,
Except we're kind of like working on it together at the same time. It's just one of us is driving, and we'll switch off who's kind of making the decisions and using the sounds until it just feels like done. I don't even know when we call it done, but sometimes it's just like we're making it worse. I think the moment when we decide we're making it worse is when we have to stop.
yeah, it happened a few times. We just took the song, changed everything, and we're like, wait, that's not like, let's go back.
Uh-oh, we lost her. Okay. What is some of your inspiration for chord progressions? I love how you incorporate dominant chords and other transitional chords into your music. Um, that's a great question. I have a music theory degree, um, and so usually when I'm writing, I like to stick in like a minor key, and then I really like modulating in chorus sections, if that makes sense.
Sorry, I got kicked out.
No, it's all good. Hey, Josh is here, and Adam's here, and also Matt's here. I'm
Um,
repping the Josh shirt right now.
okay, Josh. Oh, sweet. Wait, where's my merch? That's right. I should be wearing like the chunk. Someone said the chunk. The
The
chunk.
chunk. I feel it. Yeah, it's the bass drums. Those are the chunk.
Someone said, "How is promoting your music on YouTube going? Going? Has there been any lessons you have learned recently? Also, are the YouTube shorts fun to make?" You want to answer that, Trent? Or
For me, I mean, we both have talked a lot about this. It's funny because once we were done recording, we had to like disband and breathe because it was such an intense process at the end. And then we came back and we're like, okay, we have to start making content together.
yeah,
Um, and I feel like it's like a love hate thing. I like making them, but at the same time, it feels very. It's like that's the job part of making music. The making the music part's the easy and fun part. The promoting is like much more. it's like a necessary evil because it doesn't like inspire me as much, but it can be fun. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Um, I feel the same, and I feel like making music, like creation, is definitely the fun part. And social media is kind of like also it's hard because like you're behind your screen, and you don't have like a physical like feedback, so it's hard to know like what's going on. But I guess like people like are watching and then like liking and commenting, so that's kind of like the only feedback that we really have, because like unless you're on tour you make music on your own and you don't you don't really know what's going on and if people are listening to your music. And I swear, like every time someone says like, hey, like I listen to your music on Spotify, like I love your music, I'm like, wait, what? Like you listen to it's just like it's I don't know, there's like no like physical, like it's not like something tangible. Everything is like on the internet and like you don't really know what's going on. But yeah.
I
But
mean, I
it's
love
fun,
it.
it's fun. Like yeah.
Yeah, totally. I love it too. I don't want to like
Yeah.
definitely not complaining either because it's getting those messages like is like, damn, that is so cool. Where you're just in your bedroom making music, and we've taken it so far now where it's like essentially what we do for a living, but it is very isolating. And even you and I, like, we don't record even in the same room, so it's even more isolating, you know?
Yeah. For like just so you guys know, Kainalu and I have never met in person. We've been working together since 2018 or 19, and
Yeah.
we've never met in person. We always work like um, remotely. Okay, we have a few questions here. How long
Uh,
does it usually take to write and release a song?
you take that one.
Okay, so it depends. Like each, sometimes like for example, Hotel de Mano, I wrote this song in, I'd say like I don't know, an hour. It was like so like well, like I was like so inspired. But then some other songs like I don't know which one, but it can take like days. So it depends. And what was the and how okay, so how long does it usually take to write a song? So I answered that, and then release a song. So once like the so for this album, for example, like so I wrote a demo, sent it to Kainalu, started working together on it, and then it takes like I don't know, like a couple months to get it done, because it takes like a few sessions, and also like we have to send it to Adam, which is the person who mixed the whole album and did so much more than that. Like he added like his magical touch on it, but and then give it to the label, and then so it takes like I don't know, like I'd say like a 6 months thing. Like these songs were written last summer, right? We
Yeah.
started working like on this album a year ago.
Mhm.
So we were that's actually quick. Like that's
Yeah,
actually
I was gonna
like
say
pretty
we
quick, right?
wrote it
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Yeah.
But we were working a lot. I think we were doing 2 or 3 sessions per week at points when we weren't. Neither of us were touring. We were using that time to just write as much as possible. It.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but like writing together always goes so much faster because we can help each other through decisions. Whereas when you're just completely alone writing everything, it takes me so much longer because I'll just get stuck. Like,
You get like so for me, I start writing a song, I'm super excited about it. I start the first verse, I start the chorus, and then it's like I'm stuck in a big hole and I don't know where to go with that. And I'm just like, I put it on a shelf and don't think about it for months. But like, whereas like when we worked together, we had to keep going. And then like, you know, like it's like we feed each other, and it's so much more like, honestly, writing this album was so fun. And it was so fun working with you. I had so
yeah,
much.
likewise. I was having a great time.
Yeah. And once we were done, like, I mean, Kainalu knows that, like, I've told him like 1,000 times, but once we were done recording, mixing with Adam and all that, all the process, and I was like, all right, that's it. Like, I got the mixes, like it's ready to go. Like, it's not mine anymore. I had a 2 weeks of like being so like I couldn't let go. I just couldn't let go. I was so just like, wait, what? That's it? Like we're done. But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, it's been so intense. I'm happy we're done with it. But also I was like, I don't know. I had like what's the I had a postpartum. Like is that what to
Yeah,
call
totally.
it?
That's what it feels like for real. I mean, I wouldn't know obviously, but like letting it go is so strange. Especially the way
It's
we did this, where we were working right to the very last hour.
yeah. Okay, we
And
have
then
more questions. Sorry,
here,
go ahead.
I'll
Sorry.
ask you one. What's your favorite song on Voyage to Mars, if you had to choose?
Voyage to Mars. I think Cocoa Beach. Um, Trent Kainalu and I worked. He recorded the bass on this one, and probably much like the guitar also. I don't know. I can't remember what she did exactly, but did
Yeah,
you play on that song? You did, right?
I did. Yeah, that was like
Yeah,
the second song we worked on together.
yeah,
Um, and that one, we were still figuring out how we worked together at that point because you had most of that one done and just wanted bass, and then I put some guitar on it. I like that song. That's a good one.
yeah.
Um,
I think I need to see like the all the song, but yeah, like I think Cocoa Beach is like I like this one.
okay. Are most of the recordings done in home studios, or are you getting studio time to record specific things like drums? Um, we are entirely home studio based. We didn't do any recording time in a studio for this album. Um, I have like you have your home setup, and then I've got my home setup, which is kind of like a bunch of synths and stuff. And then we have like I have like a practice space where we've got a drum mic set up, but we did everything by hand, which I kind of like doing it that way. I feel like there's less pressure to make sure you're using the time wisely because you can take your time to like put the mics where you want them or really dial in the synth tone to be perfect. So that's kind of how I've always done it. I don't know about you. Have you ever rented studio time?
Um, I did for my first EP. I recorded studio. I recorded like some like drums and guitar at a studio, but not really. Like I basically like I write everything like here in my bedroom, in this here right here.
That's cool. Because I don't feel like it sounds that way. Um, but yeah, you just learn like little tricks over time to make home
Make it
gear
sound like
sound
yeah,
good. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Make it sound like it's yeah. All right. We have any plans to tour together? Yes, definitely. We've been talking about it for a while. We want to
Yeah.
do a tour. We'd like to do a full tour. I definitely want. I mean, maybe I shouldn't
We're
spoil it.
working very hard on
Yeah,
it.
we're working
Yeah.
like we're
Yeah.
working like very hard on it, and for sure we're gonna be sharing the stage together soon. If not
Yeah.
this year, next year for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely got to happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous that we haven't done that yet. I mean, it's ridiculous that I haven't ever met you. You know what I mean? That's kind of insane because we've written how many songs together now. Um, but yeah, it's definitely gonna happen. Um,
Okay, I just saw a question. Someone said, "Who is doing the mixing and mastering of the songs? They are very impressive sounding from a production and fidelity standpoint." So I just want to like talk about Adam, who did the mixing, and he's amazing. And I'm so thankful, and he's amazing. I have
yeah,
no words. Like honestly,
yeah,
like this guy is just like he's so dedicated. He's so talented, and he added like little things that just made the song like so good and so fun to work with him. So yeah, his name is Adam. How do you pronounce his last name?
I think it's Tyne or Thine, Thein.
Thein.
He
Adam.
actually was in here
He
earlier.
wasn't here. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's still here, but he wasn't here.
Yeah, Adam is like the secret. He's like the secret weapon on every record that he produces. And he's so humble about it, but he every time he touches it, it just gets better. That's how I explain working with Adam.
Yeah.
Um,
And Jack also did the mastering. Jack is wonderful, and he did such an amazing job too.
yeah,
Jack Kennedy.
yeah, he kept it very warm and full sounding. So
And for if like you guys are making music, like it's so important to work with people. It's not about like, like it's not about like someone making music with someone like famous or like I'm just saying like don't force anything. Just like make music with people that you really connect with. I think like that's really how you can make like good stuff. Right? What do you think
yeah,
about that?
yeah, it's really hard to find. I've at least had trouble finding people that there's something about working with. It's so random, but working with certain individuals is just so easy. Like it makes the process more fun and it goes faster. And I think you know pretty quickly when the experience is going to be like that because you guys have similar tastes and visions and um but yeah, working with others who share your passion for it I think is the most rewarding way to make music for sure.
Just so you know, Adam is still in the chat. He said his last name is pronounced like time.
Time.
Time. Adam Time.
Silent H.
Silence age.
I knew that. It's just I doubt myself every time. I don't know why. I've known Adam forever and I knew that, but you
Do
ever
you know
have
my
something like that?
do you know my last name?
I do, yes, I do.
Do you know how it's pronounced?
Um Probably I would probably butcher it. That's um okay.
Okay, that was a stupid. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like put you like.
You're throwing me under the bus
Yeah, I
right
don't want
now.
to throw you under the bus. I'm so sorry. Now I feel bad. Okay. Any other questions here?
Yeah, here we go. What's your favorite song to perform live?
You go first.
Oh God. Um, I have a song called Queen of Wands. I think that's my favorite one to
Oh,
play live.
that's my favorite song of yours. I love this song so much.
You're being way too nice.
No, seriously. I remember before you released it, you shared it with me, and I was like, holy, it's such a good song. It
Uh,
is such a good song.
okay, what about you? You've got to have one.
I think for me, Blue Pine is my favorite song to perform live because when I wrote this song, I added like some kind of like operatic like vocals, and it feels good to sing it live. It's like I love to sing this song. It's a great song to sing live. Okay, someone said, what songs are you planning for the LA show? So I'm basically gonna play the whole the songs that that are coming out for this album on this album. So I'm gonna play all the songs from this new album and maybe a few extra songs. I don't know. You guys tell me, which song do you guys want me to play? I'll play a cover, maybe a nice cover, something.
You should do every song that you've written and play like 2.5 hours. Oh, here's a good one. What makes you decide to write a song in French versus English? I think someone else also asked. Oh, my sister. Which language do you choose to write lyrics in? How do you make that decision?
most of the time it's like very very natural. It's just like it depends the way it comes to me, like in my head. Like I hear some lyrics in French or English as I'm writing the lyrics. But for this album, uh I had, so for example, on a song like Un, deux, trois, I was gonna write the verses in French, and I wanted to write the chorus in English, and I tried my best, and I wrote like shitty lyrics in English, and it was just not working. It was not working, and I was trying, and it was not working. And Kainalu said, he was like, dude, you should just write this whole song in French. Like, why don't you do that? And then I did that, and it was just like, oh yeah, that's it.
That's your
That's the
that I
song.
mean that's your first language, right? French.
Yeah, that's my
Obviously.
first language,
Yeah.
obviously.
Because when we first started, like when you first started sending me demos, there was talks about, I think I'm going to write the whole album just in French, and I was
Well,
totally on board for that.
yeah, this album is definitely uh
More French.
more French.
But then kind of I feel like while we were going through, it's like, I feel like a lot of your audience too is English speaking. So sometime, I don't know, I don't think that was part of the decision. It felt more like, oh, I just want to write this one in English, or I want to write whatever came to you at the time.
Exactly. It's more
Yeah.
like a natural like process, just like yeah, it's like the way, yeah. Um I don't know. It's like coming from like the inspiration world, just like as I'm writing the lyrics, it depends how I hear it in my heart, in my head. Okay, we have 4 minutes left, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for listening to our music. That's really like, we put our heart, and we love doing this, and it's so fun. But without you listening to it, like there's not much, like, like we're just like very, very appreciative, and thank you so much for listening to our stuff.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Um, and like, yeah, just like I just want to tell everyone to stay on this link after the live stream, because basically the video premiere, the music video for the song Once Again, which is the song that Kainalu and I wrote together, is gonna be on this link, so you guys can watch the music video. By the way, the music video was made by Amory Stanford. I hope I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. But it's a hand like how do you say, like handmade animated music video. And she's amazing, and she did such a great job, and it's just perfect. It fits the song so perfectly. Someone said,
Yeah.
Munya, when are you coming to Portland? Oh my God, I can't wait. I played there in 2019, I think, and I played there twice, I think. And it's just like, it's honestly, I'm not saying that just to be nice, but it's one of my favorite cities to. I can't wait to go back there, but I don't know when exactly I'm going to be back, but definitely soon. Are you ever going to put Never Let Go on vinyl?
We probably should. That's the first one we wrote together.
It's not on vinyl. It's not.
No,
What?
no.
Really?
Yeah, because that was before I knew how like labels and everything worked. So it was like I kind of assumed that we couldn't do it,
Oh,
but
we should
we have
do
a bunch of
like
songs. Yeah, we should put them on something. That'd be fun.
yeah, that'd be fun. Also, someone said, like, do you guys ever write a bad song together? And the answer is yes. Sometimes,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
yes, definitely.
There's a graveyard. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some duds for sure.
If you had to pick, who's your favorite Egyptian god? I first of all, like, I love Egyptian, everything about like the the pyramids and all that. Like I love it. I'd say like Cleopatra. Cleopatra. How about you?
I don't know anything about Egyptian mythology. Maybe like I'm just gonna say Ra because that's the only Egyptian god that I know.
Okay. All right. The stream is about to end, so we have to say goodbye. But thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone. And it was a pleasure to talk. That was fun. We should do
Yeah,
that.
that was cool.
Often. Yeah, I was nervous, but I'm glad we did that.
Yeah, me too. We'll do it. We should do it more. It's cool.